Hey friends! Do you keep buying herbs only to throw them out a few days later? Wonder why your basil turns into said mush in a salad and how to stop it? Today I'll show you the easiest ways to prep, store, and even reuse herbs so you can actually get your money's worth. If you're new here, my name is Eugenia Kim. I'm a food blogger, cook, and gastronomy expert with French training. Let's dive in. Let's start with a very common question. Which herbs can you use with their stems? And which ones should you remove? 1. Using stems. Cilantro, coriander. The stems are fresh, slightly sweet, and never turn bitter. You can chop the whole sprig without worry. Parsley, dill, basil, mint. The young, tender stems at the top are fine to use, but the thicker ones should be removed. Don't throw them away though. I always freeze parsley stems and use them later to flavor stocks and broth. Rosemary and thyme. Their stems are woody and tough, so it's better to strip off the leaves and discard the stems. 2. Prepping herbs before storage. If you simply toss herbs into the fridge in their store packaging, you'll often find them wilted and slimy the next day. Take a few minutes to wash and dry them properly. I like to rinse herbs in a bowl of water, changing the water a couple of times. Then dry them in a salad spinner. If you don't have one, pat them gently with paper towels. Moisture is the enemy of fresh herbs. Too much of it will make them turn dark and spoil quickly. This method works especially well for parsley, cilantro, and other delicate herbs. 3. Storing herbs. Hardy herbs like rosemary, thyme, and sage can go into the fridge in their original package or a zip-top bag, slightly open so they can breathe. Tender herbs like parsley, dill, and mint keep best if you wrap them in a damp paper towel and place them in a zip-top bag or a plastic container. Leave the bag slightly open and store them in the fridge. Basil is tricky. It actually does better at room temperature. Place the stems in a glass of water like a bouquet and change the water daily. 4. Bouquet garni. In French cooking, herbs are often bundled together into what's called a bouquet garni, used to flavor stocks, sauces, and stews. The classic version is thyme, parsley stems, and a bay leaf. Traditionally, you wrap them in a leek leaf and tie with kitchen twine so the bundle doesn't fall apart. One bouquet is enough for about 2 quarts of stock. 5. Working with thyme. Thyme stems can be quite tough. The easiest way to use them is to strip off the leaves by running your fingers down the stem. Young tender sprigs, however, can be chopped whole with a knife. Mince them finely using a rocking motion with your knife. This releases even more aroma. 6. Basil. Cut or tear. You may have heard that basil turns brown if you cut it with a knife, and then it's better to tear it by hand. There's truth to this. Basil leaves are delicate and bruise quickly, especially with a dull knife. Tearing them causes less cell damage, helping preserve both flavor and appearance. It also prevents basil from turning into mush in your salad. 7. Chiffonade technique. This classic French technique is perfect for delicate herbs like basil or mint. Stack several leaves, roll them gently into loose cylinder, and slice thin ribbons with a sharp knife. This way you release aroma while keeping the herbs looking beautiful. Mint chiffonade, for example, is wonderful in fruit salads or tabbouleh. 8. What to do with leftover herbs. Often recipes call for just a sprig or 2, but herbs are sold in big bunches, and they're not cheap. Here's my favorite bonus method, herb salt. Herb salt. It's super easy. Mix 1 part salt with 2 parts fresh herbs. I'm using rosemary. Add extras if you like. Today I'm adding garlic and lime zest. Remove the garlic core, it can taste bitter. Chop roughly and blend everything together. Spread the mixture thinly on a baking sheet, lined with parchment paper, and let it dry at room temperature for about 2 days, stirring every 12 hours to prevent clumps. The result, a fragrant homemade herb salt that elevates any dish. Friends, thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who is tired of wasting herbs. It really helps me keep creating more pro tips and kitchen secrets for you.